Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to live coverage of Region Softball on the Region Sports Network. We come to you today from Lake Central High School as the Chesterton Trojans take on the Lake Central Indians. I'm Jimmy McCormack. I'll have the play-by-play for tonight's game, and joining me with the color analysis is Mike Dywin. Good evening, Mike.
Good evening, Jimmy. It's a beautiful day/evening for softball. It's shorts weather. It's short sleeve weather. We're getting to almost the dog days of summer, and we wouldn't want to be anywhere else than Lake Central High School.
Yeah, an absolutely beautiful day. No better time than now to get with the Economy Electric Heating and Cooling forecast for tonight's game. The game night forecast, again, brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast, 74 degrees, sunny. It says there's a slight northwest breeze. I don't see it.
Me neither.
Flag's not moving over here to our right. Beautiful weather, not a cloud in the sky. Perfect day for some softball here in Northwest Indiana. That's the game night forecast brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. Mike, as we said, not a better day to be on the beautiful campus here of Lake Central High School in St. John, Indiana.
And a perfectly planned senior night. You know, Lake Central is celebrating their 4 seniors. One of them who we'll definitely be talking about throughout the course of the game is Jolie Adams. But this is celebrating a very successful 4 years for this Lake Central program. That this may be small senior class, we could say, but nonetheless, they've accomplished so much in these previous 4 years, as well as probably what we're going to see the same thing in the next 4 years. But it's just a perfect day for some softball, and of course to celebrate some very talented Indians.
Yeah, they may not be big in much of quantity as how many seniors there are, but as far as quality, it's been about as quality as you can get. As far as they've been part of Lake Central softball, they have accumulated an 106-14-1 record thus far. 3 sectional titles, 2 regionals, and 2 DAC championships, as well as a semi-state when they were freshmen. And Jolie Adams was part of the squad, as we were listening to here in the senior night productions as we were talking about.
Yeah, Jolie Adams, she's going to be on her way to Auburn once this season is over. She doesn't want to be thinking about that just yet. She wants to add a couple more trophies, I bet, to that long list of resume that the senior class has really, kind of I don't want to say reinvigorated, but they have really made their mark on this LC softball program. But they don't want to stop here. As we mentioned, this team is very impressive through their first 22 games. They are unblemished through 22, and they're also 9-0 in the DAC, looking to make that 10 today. But this is a team, again, we're going to talk about them a lot throughout the course of this game and the senior night celebration. They are loaded, to say the least.
Yeah, they've done a really good job, and the other seniors aren't short of accomplishments themselves. Izzy Portanga heading to Lewis University, Division II softball player. Bree Bracken heading to Illinois State to be a nursing student. Being a fiance of a nurse practitioner myself, I know how much work that takes.
It's not easy.
Kenzie Kalinsky heading to IU Bloomington to study environmental science. I would say that's a lot tougher than things I've tried to study in my day.
You and me both, my friend. Yeah, it's again, time's moving by quick. School's almost just about over. We're kind of getting to that, again, dog days of summer. Finals weeks are kind of approaching for these high school students, and before you know it, we're playing some playoff softball. It moves by pretty quick, and it's good to I always love senior night, although it maybe could throw you off kind of your typical routine. It's really a night to kind of take it all in, and again, it may be a small moment in time, but it's always one of the most magical nights of the season, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely, Mike. The crowd here is great for Lake Central Senior Night. There's more people here than I've seen at other softball games throughout the season. Looking to take in and enjoy a senior night here that hopefully the 4 players can make special for themselves and those around them.
Definitely. It's we're still waiting on Chesterton. I know it's a tough bus ride for any school at this given time, but again, more time to kind of soak up the moment, talk with parents, and kind of just it throws you off your routine. Again, I did mention that already, so you got to kind of stay a little bit locked in. But this is kind of again a cool moment to just talk with parents, have a little bit of fun before it's go time.
No, absolutely. Waiting for your opponent can be tricky. It's probably going to be a little bit, we'd imagine. We've heard that it was a little tricky for some folks to find their way up here today. The traffic down there turning into one lane from right here by the high school makes it very difficult. And once Chesterton finds its way to navigate 80-94 and make it over here, or 30, however they choose to come, once they turn off of 30, they're still going to have a little bit of a challenge.
Man, it was tricky for me. I don't mean this to be a traffic report out here, but it was tough coming down 41. That one lane isn't easy, but again, we're ready for some softball, and we're ready for some high talent softball. We're going to get into the players we're looking for on both sides, but we're going to see a lot of next level talent all across the diamond here today. Yeah,
really excited to get to it. Giving a shout-out to another one of our sponsors. NIPSCO is proud to be powering the youth of Northern Indiana. NIPSCO is wishing its Northern Indiana high schools to have safe competition while displaying sportsmanship on and off the field. Also today, we will be naming our Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game at the conclusion. We'll name them our superhero. Crowell Companies have offices open from 9 to 7, Monday through Friday, and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. Again, you are watching softball on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. We're here at Lake Central High School awaiting the arrival of the Chesterton Trojans. We'll get back to you here shortly. Again, you're watching softball on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to Lake Central High School. I'm Jimmy McCormick here with Mike Dywin on color, Joey Heinrich, our producer, and Justin Cole, our cameraman for today. You're watching Region Sports Network coverage of Region Softball on the internet at facebook.com/Region Sports, youtube.com/Region Sports, and regionsports.com. We'll go ahead here as Chesterton is arriving and going to go ahead and probably get warmed up here shortly. And we'll go ahead and give you the lineups for both teams. We were able to acquire Chesterton's beforehand, and we have LC's as well. So I'll turn it over to Mike to give us Chesterton's starting lineup here for today.
Leading off for Chesterton is Aubrey Siupak. She's at center field. Batting second is Olivia Milton. She will be catching behind the dish today. At batting third is Lila Miller. She'll be at short. And fourth and also pitching is Hannah Florian. In the 5 spot is Jillianne Pittman. She'll be at first base. Batting next is Claire Demeter. She will be in right field. Batting next is Riley Henry. She will be at third base, the hot corner. Lexi Smith is following her. Lexi will be at second base. And rounding off in the 9 spot is Alexia Franco. She will be in left field for the Trojans.
Very good. And for the home team, Lake Central Indians, defensively, we'll have Kate Renshin leading off playing third base. Jolie Adams will be in center field batting second. Taylor Schaefer will be the shortstop today for the Indians batting third. Jesse Del Toro will be the designated player, for Sofia Calderaro, who is the pitcher in the circle here for the Indians. Izzy Kalinsky will be behind the plate batting fifth, followed by Izzy Portenga in left field, Caitlin Streiler at first base, Bree Bracken in right field, and Kenzie Kalinsky at second base to round out the Indians lineup here today.
Plenty of talent, plenty of next-level talent. I'm going to start it off with Chesterton, all right? So we kind of highlighted Lake Central and what they've done over the past 4 years. Chesterton, it's kind of been a little bit of rough sledding this season. They're 6-12, but they are 5-4 in the DAC, a respectable over 500 record. They're coached by Daniel Lynch, who's had a long career at Chesterton. I've read that he's retiring at the end of the school year, and he is moving down south from what I saw. There was a fantastic piece of him in the Chesterton Tribune highlighting, of course, all he's done for this program and just how much he loves this school. But Chesterton, we mentioned their lineup. They got some girls that are, again, playing at the next level, but they also have some young talent. The leadoff, Aubrey Siupak, she's going to Manchester. She committed this past December. I believe she's a name to look out for at the leadoff spot. But they have some very solid young pieces that I think one of the keys to this game that we'll probably get into. Again, you have those veterans. You have like Siupak again, who's again she's proven. She's someone who is a staple in this program, who's kind of the leader in this way. But Chesterton, they have some pieces like Olivia Milton. She's a solid freshman catcher. She's going to be batting near the top of the lineup. Hannah Florian, who's actually going to be in the circle today, she's batting in the 4 spot. So it's tough to find someone who could pitch as well as she does. Again, she's only a sophomore, but she could also hit the ball very well, and she could hit for power. It's very nice to have somebody who could do something defensively, the biggest spot on the defensive alignment, but also be a threat with the bat. Then also Lila Miller, who's a shortstop. She's going to be highly touted. She's only a sophomore. So Chesterton, they have a lot of pieces that they may not be at their full potential yet, but this is going to be a program to look out for in the next few years.
Yeah, Mike, no doubt. Chesterton's youth is apparent. They have 10 freshmen on the roster, 3 sophomores, 6 juniors, 1 senior. Half your roster's freshmen. And as you said, Aubrey Siupak, 400-plus hitter, a couple of home runs on the year, a few RBIs in that leadoff hole. As you said, that senior leader to kind of try to hopefully get this younger group to turn Chesterton around and in a way that would make Coach Dan Lynch proud in retirement, as he gets to sit back and watch these young ladies grow up and become the face of Chesterton softball.
Again, and that was a great read on him from the Chesterton Tribune. Again, he understands. There's a lot of talent left in this program, and he knows he's leaving it in the right hands. He's going to do his due diligence and kind of leave this program. Again, we see here this program's not going to be going away. Yeah, it's been maybe a struggle. They also went 7-14 last year, 6-8, and they got bounced in the first round of Valparaiso. But I truly think this team, again, they have some pieces that they're going to make them a threat in the next 2 to 3 years. I could promise you that.
No, absolutely. These freshmen gaining this experience this year, along with their sophomore and junior teammates, it's only going to make them better for next year and the year after that, as they try to make a run and, again, make Chesterton come towards the top of the Duneland softball standings.
10 freshmen is crazy. And, again, you're playing a game like this against Lake Central on their senior night. You're playing the top-ranked 4A team in the state. What more experience could you ask for? And, again, the Duneland itself, besides LC, you have teams like Crown Point. You have other teams that are competitive, and you're getting very solid experience, not only for your high school playing career, but, hey, college coaches are going to be seeing, again, a lot of these younger players. They're kind of getting, highly touted by – they're kind of getting recruited. Of course, there's always travel ball. There's always ways to kind of get your name out there. You're getting some quality experience at the high school level playing in this level of conference.
No, absolutely. Chesterton probably hungry to chase down a win here against LC. Last win coming against LC on 3/27/19. So it's been a bit of a time looking to kind of snap that streak and find the way to rise in those DAC standings and try to play spoiler here on senior night.
Definitely, and again, we just had that sectional draw this past Sunday. We'll get into LC's matchup, but Chesterton's also, they're going to play host. They're going to be, sectional 2 is at Chesterton. They matched up against Lowell in game 1. Winner of that would play Crown Point, who's currently second in the Duneland. That's going to be a fun match if they end up meeting each other. And then the winner would play either Valpo, Hobart, or Portage. Again, a couple an NCC and 2 Duneland. So that's always a fun section, and we're going to talk about LC's a little bit later. But we're kind of slowly gearing up for some playoff softball.
Yeah, it's exciting. It happens really fast. I actually didn't even realize how fast it comes around and the draw happens. And I'm on Twitter the other day, and I see the draws coming in, and I'm like, oh, man, I did not know that this was happening this fast.
It's crazy. It flies by in an instant. Again, that's why nights like these, you blink and you'll miss it. High school sports, man, as maybe minuscule as it may seem to some of these players, and, that's somewhat understandable. But you got to take in moments like these and be like, hey, this is the last time I'm going to be stepping on this diamond for forever. So it's always fun for nights like these.
Absolutely. And on this senior night, I know we talked a little bit about LC seniors and Chesterton's youth. LC has some youth that's pretty impressive in its own right. On their bench, they have enough youth that's combined to hit 500 with 12 home runs and 54 RBIs coming off the bench in today's game, which is rather impressive. So they have some folks who may not be committed, but they're probably going to sometime in the near future. So this matchup between these two could be big time for the next 3-4 years.
Yeah, there's only so many notes I could write on one sheet of paper. It was tough to really kind of encapsulate how dominant Lake Central has been, how talented their roster is from top to bottom. We mentioned some of the non-commitments, but some of the names that are committed that are not seniors yet that are sticking out to me. Kate Renshin, the junior outfielder / third baseman, she's going to be going to Evanston. Northwestern's getting a good one for this year. She's batting .500, 39 hits, 21 RBI, 4 home runs, and 25 stolen bases. From what I've noticed as I keep going on, a lot of these Indians, I mean, they could hit for power, but if they get a single, they rope in a single for contact, they're going to turn that into a double. They're going to try and swipe a bag on you. And then you kind of look at their two-headed monster, in the circle. You have Sofia Calderaro, a junior pitcher, who's 11-0, and then Maddie Such, the freshman pitcher. She's 10-0. So, I mean, 2 unblemished pitchers that, again, they're going to be here for the Indians next year, and Such, obviously, a couple more years. But these, I mean, it's just a dominant roster of all class sizes for Lake Central.
Yeah, Sophia and Maddie play off of each other so well as well. Sophia doesn't throw quite as hard as Maddie does, but all of her pitches move very well. Maddie throws a little bit harder, a little less movement, but that speed adjustment going from one to another in a game is a nightmare for hitters to have to deal with, especially with the two of them being so quality with not walking people as well. LC as a team this year has walked 28 hitters and struck out 205.
Jeez, I mean,
so they're doing a really good job in the circle of keeping hitters off the bases and not giving them free ones.
I say it's very tough to play a perfect game of softball or baseball, but if you want to hang around with this Indian team, you have to kind of almost play your best brand of softball. They do not make many mistakes. They're not going to miss many pitches. They're looking to strike you out in any way, shape, or form. And then if you're in the field against them, you cannot make any unforced, any errors, any mental lapses, anything. You have to communicate, and you just have to be on your A game because LC will take advantage of you in any way, shape, or form.
No, absolutely. You have to play a clean game of softball. It's tough to beat a team that's hitting collectively 445 as a team. They've hit 25 homers, drove in 180. They get on base over 52% of the time. I mean, they're just a nightmare to have to match up with. Outscored their Duneland opponents 108-3.
They do it all right, and I mean they're led by head coach Yvette Tovar. It's her, I believe, her first season as head coach, but she's done fantastic. Elsie's had, I've read a nice piece on Jolie Adams. There's been a lot of kind of, again, although success has always been their kind of the leader, the coach. They've seen 3 coaches, and I think in about 4 years. But it's all been just success for the Lake Central Indians. And Tovar, again, she's an alumni. She played at Indiana State. She knows what to expect for her girls and just how to play a great brand of softball. And they're doing just that through 22 games so far.
Yeah, as a coach, if you set high expectations for players, they're going to do their best to reach them. And evidently with this group, she's set high expectations, and they're doing their best to achieve it based on their performance and what they put out there as the product so far for Lake Central softball this season.
And the thing that's impressive about just softball or baseball, I mean, there's so many games in a season that if you have an unblemished record, I hold that to be so impressive, because if you have maybe one game where you drop one, I'm going to use. And Drain kind of had a rough weekend. They lost to Crown Point. We covered that game last Thursday.
Yep.
And then I believe on Saturday they played Munster, and then they dropped that game as well. Again, that was a team number 1 in the state, and I bet they're going to go very far. They have a very talented team led by, of course, the great Miranda Ellish. But this is a sport where you could really get down on yourself if one night doesn't go your way, and you cannot let that snowball effect. Now, Lake Central, they haven't gotten to that point yet, so we can't really see how they respond to that adversity. I'm sure they don't want to get to that point where they have to kind of bounce back from a game, but it's really tough to stay consistent in a game like this that is so mentally challenging. And, again, it's nothing but kudos to the Lake Central Indians and what Tovar has done with this program in her first year.
No, absolutely. Coach Tovar here talking it up with the umpires a little bit before the game as, again, Chesterton warming up here on our right-hand side. All this talk of hard work, feel there's no better time than now to talk about the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and come right back to you here at Lake Central High School. You're watching softball on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
First home, dream home, forever home. Tech Credit Union has the right home loan for you. Their loan officers can help you purchase a home, refinance your current mortgage, or unlock your home's equity to get a cash out for any purpose. Let Tech Credit Union show you why they are the better option for a home loan. Learn more at www.techcu.org or call 800-276-8324. Tech Credit Union is an equal housing lender and federally insured by the NCUA.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Planting a tree, installing a fence, whether your project is big or small, NIPSCO reminds you to know what's below and contact 811 at least 2 full business days before doing any digging so that utility companies can mark the location of their underground lines. Contacting 811 is free and it's the law. Avoid possible penalties, costly repairs, or injuries. DIY or a pro, safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Welcome back to Lake Central High School on a beautiful spring day here, the last day of April. Not a cloud in the sky and a beautiful day for LC and Chesterton softball. By the looks of it, I think we should be getting started here shortly. Chesterton's pitcher warming up down in the bullpen. Chesterton doesn't look like they're coming out to take any type of infield, so I think we should be getting ready to roll here pretty soon.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, Coach Lynch looks like he's coming out here to talk to the umps. Umps look like they're having a fun conversation. He might just be ready to roll out here today.
Again, he's kind of going on his farewell tour. You know, he's obviously well respected in the softball community, in Northwest Indiana softball community, and obviously, you know, he's probably got some nice friendly banter with the umps. But I mean, again, just telling him, I'm gonna keep shouting out this piece I read, but it's nothing but respect for what he's done for this program, and he's obviously just well admired throughout all of Northwest Indiana athletics.
Oh, absolutely, Mike. As a coach in Northwest Indiana myself, I know Coach Lynch and the time he puts into softball. Any coach that puts in this kind of time for as long as he has, nothing but credit and respect to him for what he's done for the ladies of Chesterton and all of them for as many years. How many years did you say he's been doing this, Mike?
He's been at the school for 31. I think he's been coaching softball for 20.
Okay.
So it's long time associated with Chesterton High School for sure.
20 years of developing the student athletes of Chesterton. It's got to take its toll on you, and eventually you're ready to call it quits, which Coach Lynch is at the end of this season. But he looks happy to be out here on a beautiful spring day again here at LC to get his Trojans ready to compete.
And that's tough to do. Again, if you're a coach for that long, it's a big chunk of you from what you only really kind of know your sport for that long. That is a huge part of your identity. If you're coaching football, baseball, softball, basketball, whatever that may be, for something that amount of time, that really becomes you. Those your players, your assistants, the moments, everything that encapsulates a season. I mean, that is a huge identity of you, and it's tough to walk away. But it's the only person that really truly knows when it's time is yourself. And again, it's nothing but respect for him for what he's done for this program. And, again, he knows he's leaving it in good hands with the players he sees coming up.
No, absolutely. The talent he has, like, as you said, leaving it in good hands and, pouring everything you have into it as a coach. I know personally I lose a lot of time with family during the football season, and I know these folks are out here doing the same during baseball and softball season, spending time away from maybe their kids' games or T-ball or whatever the case may be. If they have young kids, grandkids, anything like that, the older you get in the game, it eventually catches up, and all of a sudden you went from coaching your kids to watching the grandkids play, and it happens very fast.
Yeah, dude, it's I'm only 22 and I'm feeling like I'm getting older by the day. Just seeing, I mean, now we're, a couple years ago I was out here, playing football, whatever, doing whatever, living the high school life as an athlete. Now I'm, we're covering these guys. It's just a circle of life, and it's always cool to kind of be in this business to kind of, again, almost give back to those athletes. Hopefully they watch this, or those parents at a later time, and kind of see those little moments. Now they can see it on video. So it's super cool that we even get the chance to do this, to be here at Lake Central High School, and it's always all in good fun.
No, sure. It's awesome. Between Facebook, YouTube, and our Region Sports website, being able to reach all kinds of people across the country and family members of these ladies who want to tune in and watch that may not be able to get to St. John at 4:30. I know it's a tough time to get here for baseball and softball games in general, just with the early starts. It's hard for a lot of families with parents. I know my parents worked till 4:30, 5 o'clock, so it's hard for them to get to baseball games when I was playing. So it can be difficult to sacrifice and give all those things up.
That's why we do what we do. That's it, all for the love of the game and for you guys. So thank you all for tuning in. We're hoping to get action started here a little bit shortly. Chesterton's starting to take infield a couple minutes ago, but it's almost game time here at Lake Central.
And it looks like they're going pretty quick here, Mike. They're already got looks like the outfield maybe headed in, maybe a couple more.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because you kind of want to be courteous a little bit, because, again, maybe it's not your fault that you maybe showed up a little bit tardy, but it's you still kind of want to get a proper warm-up in. You want your girls to be ready, and you don't want to risk any injury. You want to get your muscles loose, get ready to go. But it's kind of interesting, again, when a team shows up maybe a little bit later than usual. If you kind of want to milk those 15 minutes and keep the same routine, if you kind of want to speed things up and make up for lost time. But
yes, working through it and working quick is great. But at the same time, as you said, you can't compromise your athletes. You got to make sure they get a quality warm up in. If that's their only time that they go through this, I wouldn't be surprised, because, it seemed like Coach Lynch was ready to move quick. He's getting them more reps out there in the outfield anyways.
That's right.
I think he's just trying to make the most of the time and, like you said, make it a quality but quick warm-up, because they're a little behind, and I'm sure they know we got a bus ride back after this thing too, right?
Yeah, hopefully traffic's less of an issue here, whenever that time may be. But, yeah, it's almost showtime here. It's interesting. Again, we talk about kind of, again, for Lake Central, I think here we already talked about how senior night kind of throws you off your rhythm a little bit. You have to celebrate however many seniors you may have, and then now Lake Central, you're kind of stuck waiting for Chesterton. If you're the Indians, you got to keep that mindset and keep getting ready to go, because I think it's very easy to kind of tense back up and kind of get out of that game mode that you always need to be in.
No, absolutely, Mike. It can really throw you off having to deal with those outside and factors. But we try to teach our athletes to control what you can control, and come out here and get loose, get ready, and come out and get ready to win a game.
Yes, sir.
Another sponsor we'll have to recognize tonight, the Proud Union Home Play of the Game, will be presented later on by myself and Mike as we figure out who makes a very impactful play. That will be our Proud Union Home Play of the Game. Stay tuned with us to figure out who that will be later on. Again, you're watching Region Sports Network coverage of Region Softball on the internet at facebook.com/Region Sports, youtube.com/Region Sports, and regionsports.com. Again, Mike, not a better day for softball than this. Not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful 70-degree weather on the last day of April here.
Again, we're just so fortunate to be out any game, no cloud in the sky. Of course, we do appreciate the turf field. That was, I think, part of the reason of why they they implemented this is because, if there's a day where it unfortunately would rain, the field won't get as messed up. Again, there's no dirt. It's just tire pellets, as they say. And it's, again, I love this facility. A lot of money is going to athletics all around the region. Lake Central, this is one of the most fantastic, you would know. This is one of the most fantastic just athletic complexes here. It's a very busy day from what we're seeing at Lake Central. Not as busy as I think I have seen it, but I think I overheard as we were coming in, they had track senior night out there as well. I don't know what other schools are here. It's always a busy time. I know there was a game, I think, going on the other baseball field over there. It's they got everything. They got everything over here. It's such a cool complex, and again, we're always appreciative of wherever we may go. But Lake Central, it's always a fun time here.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome setup, a great complex. We got the turf baseball field to our right, the JV baseball field back out there beyond left field, and I think there was something going on back there. I thought there was, at least. It looks like there's still some people hanging around. Like you said, track going on back there as well by the football field, and looks like we're ready to get rolling here at Lake Central finally for some LC and Chesterton softball. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. Again, you're watching softball on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
The Athletic Performance Factory is Northwest Indiana's premier athletic training center. The 40,000-square-foot state-of-the-art facility features batting cages, a sand training room, a new outdoor turf infield, and so much more. Check out the facility for one of their daily classes at 3150 45th Street in Highland. Interested in signing up for team workouts or individual lessons? Check out their website at trainapf.com or contact them at 219-750-1087. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
And welcome back to Lake Central High School. We should be getting started here shortly with Mike Dywin on the color. This is Jimmy McCormack on the play-by-play. Yvette Tovar and Dan Lynch at the home plate meeting with our umpires for the evening. We'll try to get their names for you at some point here on the broadcast. Again, beautiful day for softball. Looks like LC should be heading out to take the field here in a moment, and Chesterton will be coming up to hit.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Nothing more to say. It's always fun, the Duneland going at it. Conference matchup. Chesterton, there wouldn't be much more of a signature win if they were to get things done today in Lake Central. They're looking to keep that kind of consistency they've had through 22 so far. And I forgot to mention, but we got to talk about their sectional. They're also going to be hosting, like Chesterton will be.
Yep.
Lake Central will. They matched up with Maryville in Game 1. Winner of that plays the winner of Morton and Gary Westside, and they would either play East Chicago, Munster, or Hammond Central in the championship. I like Lake Central's chances, I must say. I think all signs, I don't want to make predictions here, but I think all signs are kind of pointing to the good old Lake Central and Munster championship at Lake Central. That could potentially be a fun one, but it's, again, playoff baseball, softball right around the corner.
Yeah, Mike, there's no doubt. It seems like we're heading for that LC Munster matchup, possibly a CPLC regional game could be something that we see as well. As you said, Chesterton trying to make the most of their hot streak they've been on lately. They've won 4 of their last 6, all 4 of those wins being Duneland wins. And again, trying to climb that DAC ladder and spoil the LC Indians senior night.
And Chesterton, tomorrow they turn right around and they play Crown Point. They play the second best team in the deck, so it's they have a really nice chance to kind of prove themselves and kind of, again, for those younger pieces of this program to kind of grow, play some top-level talent, and know what it takes to be the best here in this conference.
No, there's nothing this young Chesterton team would like more than to turn this 6-12 into 7-12 and 6-4 in the Duneland, and give the Indians their first loss in the Duneland for the season, and I think their first loss in 2 seasons in the Duneland. I believe they were 14-0 in the Duneland last year. When I look back,
I believe they are. Yeah, it's again, we've talked about it already, but this team is they're on a collision course. They're now messing around. it's again, all things are looking good for the Indians so far, and they're just looking to keep that consistency. No negative snowball effect, or if they drop a game, they don't want to even worry about that. They want to keep doing business how they're doing it in dominant fashion.
No doubt. The LCPA announcer getting us with the lineups here should be bringing you with the national anthem here shortly as well to kick off this LC Chesterton softball matchup. Again, kind of a matchup of two differing programs in differing states at the moment. Chesterton looking to build up that youth movement and try to find themselves to look like this LC lineup does in a few years and rise up the DAC standings towards the top.
Should be a good one, man. That's it. We got the national anthem here, sounds like.
We'll go ahead and pause for the national anthem. All right, and it is time to play ball here at Lake Central High School. The Indians will take the field here momentarily, and Chesterton will be coming up to bat, led by their leadoff hitter, Aubrey Supak.
Let's do it. Nothing more to say. Let's play some good softball, some Duneland softball. Can't be a better day. Honestly can't be a better location right now. It's feeling great up here, and again, we're ready for some solid competition here.
Yes. Again, good evening. Thank you for joining us. This is Jimmy McCormack here with the play-by-play at Lake Central High School. And on the color here is Mike Dywin. We have our producer for today, Joey Heinrich, and our cameraman outside, Justin Cole. Excited to go ahead and get to it here. Sophia Calderaro in the circle here for the LC Indians. And as we mentioned a little bit in the elongated pregame, she's 11-0 with 7 complete games, 95 Ks, 5 walks. Heck of a strikeout-to-walk ratio, 1.433 ERA. Opponents are hitting 192 against her and getting on base at 21% of the time. Tough matchup for opposing hitters.
Yeah, that's not terrible numbers. That's not bad. She's having a fantastic season. It's truly hard to believe she's only a junior. I do not believe she's committed yet, but I think that will change in the very near future. A season like this, as well as I think she made all-conference last season. She's a real threat in the circle, and again, it's always fun to watch her work here today.
All right, and here we go. Coming up to lead us off for Chesterton, Aubrey Supak, the center fielder for the Trojans. Again, Sophia Calderaro in the circle for the Indians. We are finally underway here just before 5 o'clock. Oh, we got a quick timeout right away. Oh, wristband. No wristband. Can't call the pitches without a wristband.
Yeah, you might need one of those.
You know, a lot of people did the old-fashioned signs, but LC's got the wristband, so got to have that wristband to figure out what we're pitching.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's me personally, I'm kind of an old-fashioned in that way, but I get it. I get it. You don't want to steal signs or anything. No Houston Astros out here. So
yeah, I love the old school way of giving a sign as Sophia delivers a first pitch strike. I love the old school way. You just signal it in, you put the sign in there, and you roll.
Get to it.
I understand you may need some other things when people get to second base, but another swing and a miss by Aubrey for strike 2.
And again, the thing about Calderaro, I mean, this whole LC pitching staff, they want to get ahead early. They don't want to mess around. They move quick.
No, she's worked the zone really well. She misses it. When she misses, it's on purpose, like you see there. Misses high and away. Got her in a 1-2 count, tried to get her to chase. This is obviously their best hitter. She's going to be cautious. Here's the 1-2, fouled back behind us, right off the ceiling.
Almost got ourselves a souvenir. That was close.
I know, we could have got it right inside the window.
We got a nice
here.
Little vantage point through our window.
I can get one with the right or the left arm, depending on which window it goes through if we get a shot.
Good man. As long as you protect me, that's all I care about.
The 1-2 fouled up, popped up to first. Oh, diving effort by the first baseman, Caitlin Streiler. Just misses it.
Good try there, and good job by Aubrey to kind of keep fighting it off. Again, this is not an easy at-bat, but again, as a leadoff hitter, you want to try and get on base and kind of move that line and keep things going.
Yeah, really good movement, really good effort all around from the LC roster. Second baseman was moving over to first. Everybody was moving on the play. Love to see it. The pitch is delivered and popped up towards short left. Left fielder's under it, and Izzy Portanga reels it in for the first out of the inning.
One of the things to look out for, we got the sun kind of over our right shoulder. It's setting west, and you got to wonder those outfielders. They're going to be battling the sun a little bit. You talked about there was a little wind, but we're kind of looking at flag. It's very minimal. I think the sun's going to be more of an issue, so that's something to look out for.
Sun will be much more of a factor. I saw the right fielder for Chesterton having a little bit of a hard time seeing a couple of the balls in warm-ups. As Sophia delivers a first pitch, swing and a miss strike to Olivia Milton, the catcher, batting second here for Chesterton.
Calderara also 7 complete games this year. Out of her 11 wins, 7 of them have gone the distance. Truly impressive.
Yeah, we've actually got to see one of the ones where she got pulled out of, and it was to kind of really change things up on the Crown Point hitters when we saw them last in April, or in the middle of April, I'm sorry, a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was just missed the outside. That was a pretty fun game. I was at that one too with you guys. That was one of the closer Duneland games LC has had all year. I think you brought up you and I both kind of saw their run differential up to this point in the Duneland. It was
Sophia delivers. We have a check swing. Base umpire says no.
I believe their run differential in the Duneland is sitting at 103 to
108 to 3, so 105 positive in the Duneland run differential.
That's not terrible. Not terrible.
Sophia delivers low and inside for a ball 3. We got a full count here on Olivia Milton. One of those freshmen you mentioned about the from the Chesterton Trojans here, batting in the first inning.
And these are at bats they're kind of well around their years. They're making her work a little bit.
Sophia delivers, swing and a miss, strike 3 to Olivia Milton for the second out of the inning.
Obviously, she still has that kind of strike 3 stuff that it's. But you got to, if you're Chesterton, you got to kind of get the most out of her. You got to make her earn that strikeout. Get that pitch count up for her again. Maybe wear her out a little bit as the game goes on.
No, absolutely. Getting her into 3 ball counts will be huge. Obviously, she's only walked 5 people all year, so if you can get her into a 3-pitch count, you're doing something right at the plate. She delivers a first pitch strike to Lila Miller, the shortstop here for the Trojans. I actually got nervous to call her Lila because I have a student with the same name, and her name is Leela.
Oh.
So if we get a message telling us to correct it, that would be the only correction I could think of.
Yep.
So we're going to stick with Lila until someone tells us otherwise.
Amen. There needs to be for all rosters for broadcasters, there needs to be like a phonetic.
Have to.
They just built in.
Yeah. Swing and a miss on the third pitch of the at bat to Lila Miller for strike 3. And after the top half of the first, we have no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We'll head to the bottom of the first. You're watching softball on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
How far would you go to live another game night in the region? Well, lucky for you, you don't have to go far at all. At Region Sports Network, we have a collection of over thousands of games, ranging from last week to the 1960s. Now, you can relive the thrilling victories, heartbreaking defeats, and all the things that make Region Sports so great. Talk to us here at RSN and help us remember the region. Please visit Remember the Region with the link on the screen or through our link tree found on all of our social media platforms. Hashtag Remember the Region.
Welcome back to Lake Central High School for Region Softball here. I am Jimmy McCormick on the play-by-play here with Mike Dywin. You're watching Region Sports Network coverage of Region Softball on the internet at facebook.com/Region Sports, youtube.com/Region Sports, and regionsports.com. And here we go with leading off the inning for Lake Central, number 19, Kate Renshin, the third baseman for the Indians.
Going to Northwestern, as we mentioned, only a junior. She's having a fantastic season so far, and again, she does it all. She can hit for power, she can hit for contact, she can do it all.
There's a contact hit, slaps it down the third base line for an infield single on the first pitch of the game that the Indians see. Very good slap hit, very good hustle by Kate. You can kind of see that Division I ability there on that one.
It's truly impressive, again, how much she could do. Again, contact, again, a 5-tool player, to say the least, and watch out for her possibly stealing here.
Yep. She does, and that is the Indians' 88th, I think, on the year.
And her 26th.
First pitch strike for Jolie Adams.
I mean, they do not mess around.
Jolie hits one hard towards the second baseman. She can't handle it. And Kate coming around to score the first run of the inning, and Jolie advances the second on the throw home. Mike, I know most people may call that an error, but this isn't Major League Baseball. That ball was scorched. I'm going to mark that down as a single. The run did score on, we'll call it that, an error. But
sure,
we're going to say that that's a single all day. She smoked that ball.
That's what she does. Again, this is a lethal top of the lineup for Lake Central. Lethal. Lethal whole lineup, I should say. I mean, there's a reason they're in this position so far.
Absolutely. Taylor Schaefer, the third hitter of the inning for the Indians, playing shortstop and headed to Ohio State in the near future. Only a junior.
You may have to get it right. They call it the Ohio State University, so somebody in our comments may come out for you. But yeah, obviously another Division I talent here in the third spot. She's having a fantastic year, of course. It's rinse and repeat here.
Absolutely. She takes strike one there, working into a 2-1 count. Favorable hitters count here for Taylor, right where she'd like to be in this at-bat.
Good pitch there by Florin. A little bit of off-speed there. Again, I want to see how the sophomore, again, goes against a talented lineup like this. This could be some growing pains, but nonetheless, this is experience that you can't ask for anywhere else.
Yeah, so far she's worked around the zone, only thrown 5 or 6 pitches so far, but more than half of them have been strikes. She's been attacking these LC hitters, and they've put the ball in play so far. Let's see what Taylor does. Takes inside for ball 4. Got 2 on now for LC on first and second, bringing up their cleanup for today, number 27, Jessie Del Toro, as you probably heard the PA announcer right next to me given to us. Jessie heading to PNW again in a few years.
Go Pride.
Yes, sir. Pride alumni myself.
Amen. I'm about to be this Saturday. I'll be a Pride alumni myself.
Good.
I know.
Congratulations.
Crazy to think about, but we're not here for me. We're here for these. We're talking about this future.
Yes, we are.
Future PNW Pride.
Jessie smokes one to left, right to the left fielder. Great line drive shot for the first out of the inning. Great play out there and left by Alexia Franco. Making up the rest of the Chesterton outfield defensive alignment, we have Aubrey Supak in center, Claire Demeter in right. We have Riley Henry at third, Lila Miller at shortstop, Lexi Smith at second base, Jillian Pittman at first, and Olivia Milton behind the plate with Hannah Florian in the circle. Doing a great job thus far, getting a strike one pitch here on Izzy.
That's what you have to do. You have to throw strikes. Make them. You can't give them free bases. Make them try and hit you. And that's really all you can do.
Absolutely not. And batting now for the Indians in an 0-2 count is Izzy Kalinsky, their catcher, a Dayton commit, another Division I commit in this LC lineup.
It's truly awesome what they're doing. I mean, both programs, baseball and softball. They're got her there, and they're going to take third. They got her on the strikeout there. Big second out for Florian, but it looks like they're
they're going to get they took a straight steal. Jolie Adams did a delay steal there, Mike, from second to third, and then the runner caught Taylor in between first and second. They didn't attack Taylor. Gotcha. They just let her take it. So they got 2 free stolen bases there.
Can never go wrong with that.
No, they'll take them. Now you got 2 runners in scoring position for Izzy Portenga, another senior here looking to celebrate senior night. Takes on the outside for ball 2. 2-0 count here to Izzy. Back-to-back Izzy's here in the 5-6 spots for the Indians.
Again, expecting probably a strike here. You got to kind of get back in the count here. And just nicked it, it looks like.
Yeah, very similar pitch to the second strike that was called a ball, so not too many good reactions here from the blue side of the stadium. 2-1 count here to Portenga. Oh, he rung her up on strike 2. I thought I was wrong. I thought I missed something, but I was right. 2-2 count.
I was going to say, that's a pretty impactful strike 2.
Yeah, very, very emphatic strike 2.
I can't wait to see his strike 3 must be insane.
Izzy takes outside. Ball 3, we got a full count with 2 outs and 2 runners on here for the Indians. Florian readies the pitch. Smacked out to center, right at the center fielder, Aubrey Supak, for the out. We will head to the top of the second. LC gets 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, nobody left, or sorry, 2 ladies left on base. And we will head to, again, the top of the second here on the Region Sports Network. You're watching softball here, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back to Lake Central High School with Lake Central taking on Chesterton in Region Softball. Sophia Calderaro delivers a pitch for strike 1 to Hannah Florian, the cleanup hitter and pitcher in the circle here today for the Trojans. 0-1 count. Sophia delivers high for ball 1. 1-1 count here on Hannah.
One thing pretty consistent with Calderaro, I want to say at least out of the 4 batters, she has started all 3 of them with a first pitch strike.
I want to say it's been 4 for 4, and she jumped into a 3-1 count before she worked Olivia Milton full, but I could be wrong, and that might have been a first pitch ball. But you're right, at least 3 out of 4, maybe 4 out of 4, while she's here in a 1-2 count on Hannah Florian. Great pitch breaking away from Hannah Florian for a swinging strike 3, her 3rd of the game.
3rd in a row.
Yeah.
And she's kind of locked in after that first pop out with the CU pack. And then solid at bat. I mean, you got to make her throw pitches. I think that's kind of the way things goes. As dominant as she is, you got to make her get 3 strikes and make her work as much as you can. I know it's easier said than done, but it is what it is.
No, best possible approach. It's going to be tough to try to take pitches, though, like this. Jillian Pittman here, the first baseman for Chesterton, taking a first pitch strike down the pipe. I just feel that the way she attacks the zone, she's only going to give you strikes. So you got to give it a shot and try to swing the bat as we get a pitch fouled off the first base dugout. For strike 2 to Jillian. And Sophia Calderaro working an 0-2 count, throwing a lot of strikes here. 3 straight Ks, looking for her 4th. Pitch again, popped up to the right side and out of play.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that got a piece of her. It looks like it was her mom by the judge of it and the fan reaction.
Gotta keep your heads up. Not too much netting. Gotta be on alert. Again, good for Chesterton. They're fouling off pitches. They're fighting. You got to respect that.
No, the one thing about the LC complex is a lot of space, so no need for netting over here. A little bit more by the baseball field as she fouls off another pitch to the left side, really making Sophia work and try to earn that 4th strikeout in a row.
You have to. Just keep protecting. Find something you like. Maybe, I think that's the name of the game. I want to say that's got to be the hitting philosophy if you want to try and compete in this game.
Absolutely. She fouls off another one. Jillian battling here at the dish.
And I mean, this ticks off whoever's in the circle. I think you want to win this battle as much as the next person.
There's nothing more annoying as a pitcher, whether it's in the circle or on a mound, than somebody just fouling pitch after pitch off and working themselves into a better count as a result. Now you're 1-2, couple more pitches in there in the hitter's count,
right?
And you're not happy about that. 1-2 count here to Jillian. The pitch from Sofia Calderaro, swing and a miss, strike 3. Her 4th strikeout in a row. Really had to earn that one, Mike.
It's getting ahead in the count and letting her throw those pitches, expanding the zone, trying to get batters to chase. I think that's her philosophy, getting ahead and kind of putting batters a little bit in that panic mode where you're going to have to protect, and eventually you could miss one.
And after that strikeout, we have Claire Demeter coming up for the Trojans. She is the right fielder here today for Chesterton. Sophia checks the armband, looks in, delivers, fouled back behind home plate for strike 1. They're doing a great job of getting those balls back in because that's like 5 foul balls in a row, and they are just rolling.
Yeah, we got a crew out here. I got to give much respect to the audience here today. They like the souvenirs, but they're even more generous to give them back.
Sophia delivers a low strike 2 to work an 0-2 count on Claire Demeter.
Just like that. This is what she wants.
Exactly.
And I'm expecting something to make this batter chase here.
There's a pitch right down the middle, swing and a miss. Looked like it was probably her infamous rise ball that got her there. 4, strike 3. And after 1.5, we will head to the bottom of the second with LC 1, Chesterton 0, here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to Lake Central High School. This is Jimmy McCormick here with the Region Sports Network and Mike Dywin on the color. We'll catch you guys up here real quick. We've only had 2 pitches so far, but one of them was a roped single in the left field by Caitlin Streiler, the first baseman for LC. And now at the plate, we have Bree Bracken, the right fielder, and one of the seniors celebrating senior night here for the Indians. Mike, she fouled off her first pitch to the right side for strike 1.
They're moving quick. We're usually able to sneak that minute of ad breaks in, but they're not messing around here.
No, I think with the delay, they're trying to make that happen fast as Bree pops it up to the pitcher. Hannah Florian makes the play and in the circle for out number 1. Again, Streiler here on first base, with Kenzie Kalinsky coming to bat. Our second baseman here for the Indians sees the first pitch, strike on the corner, throw down to second. In time, but ball was not caught and held on to by the shortstop. And Schreiler steals second base.
It's close. Nice throw by the freshman there behind the dish, Milton.
Yeah, Milton with a great throw there to second base. Shortstop just couldn't hang on to it and get the tag simultaneously. Really good throw, though, by the catcher. Kenzie shows bunt and takes ball one. We got a 1-1 count. Kenzie in 1-1. Florian looking in. Florian delivers. Pitch on the outside corner for ball two. 2-1 count to Kenzie. Florian doing a good job of throwing strikes as well, Mike. She has not worked herself into too many bad counts other than the walk in the first inning. She's done a really, really nice job throwing strikes. As Kenzie takes ball three, I might be jinxing her on the spot.
That's usually how it goes in this business. But, again, this whole lineup is patient. They want to get your pitch count up. They want to make you work. And you have to throw me 3 strikes to get me out, at least.
Kenzie takes a good rip at a strike down the middle and fouls it off to the left side here. Full count here on Kenzie Kalinsky with Caitlin Schreiler at second base after a Bree Bracken pop out to the pitcher in the last at-bat. Florian looking in, delivers the full count pitch, paints the outside corner for strike 3. Really good pitch that kind of backdoored Kenzie there.
Up to bat, number 19.
Oh, me a good backdoor Kate.
Kate Renshin coming to plate now for the Indians, a third baseman and Northwestern commit.
Who we found out is now the career stolen base record holder at Lake Central. She also broke her own record, her single season record, for stolen bases in a season. The career record was previously held by Laura Carlesio in 2001. And she only needed 64 games, from what it said, to accomplish that feat. So that is blazing fast, and again, that is why she's obviously going to be heading to Evanston in 2 years. So kudos to her, and again, it shows why she's in the leadoff spot. She'll get on base, and then she'll turn just about anything into a double if she hits a single beforehand.
Yeah, by the sounds of it, it's almost an automatic double. And I know you said you're a young fella, Mike. The old movie Major League, Willie Mays Hayes, hammering the gloves up on the wall. That's what I envision with Kate Renshin when she goes home at night with the way she steals these bases. She rips one up the middle on cue for looks like an RBI single. Caitlin Schreiler coming to the plate, and she will score. They hold, with the throw behind, they still hold Kate at first base. Again, RBI single. Roped up the middle by Kate Renshin to bring in Caitlin Schreiler.
Second hit of the game. She just slaps it around the yard. And I have a feeling I know what she's going to do next.
I have the same feeling, and there's nothing anybody can do about it as she takes off and takes it.
Yep, standing. You got to be a trooper, too. If you're playing on a turf field, you got to be a trooper to steal bases, as many as she has had. Those turf pellets, you and I probably both know, again, backgrounds in football. Turf burns are the worst thing.
Jolie scorches one into the left center gap. Looks like it's going to be a 2-bagger for her. Another person with some great wheels. And Kate trots around easily to bring in another run for the Indians. Their second of the inning now. On another RBI shot here by Jolie Adams. Her second RBI of the game, now a single and a double for Jolie on the day.
Just that 1-2 punch, man. 2 RBIs for Adams, 2 runs for Renshin. They are relentless at the top of the order, and those are, I don't want to say far and away the 2 toughest outs, but they really make you work.
Oh, they sure do. They sure do, Mike. Taylor Schaefer coming up here for the Indians. It just does not get easier for Hannah Florian in the circle as Taylor grounds it to short, gets thrown out at first base to end the inning. In the second inning, we had 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We will head to the top of the third with Lake Central 3, Chesterton 0. You're watching softball on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Welcome back to Lake Central High School. This is Jimmy McCormick here with Mike Dywin on the color. As Lake Central takes on Chesterton. Lake Central leading after 2 innings, 3-0, and Chesterton coming up to hit here in the top of the third. Riley Henry is the third baseman here for the Trojans, leading off the inning. Sofia Calderaro still in the circle and doing a great job. Has struck out 5 in a row now, looking to add to it here at the bottom of the Trojan lineup. Chesterton trying to break that streak here, Mike.
Can't do much worse if you're Calderaro. I mean, you can. You can get a 6 for 6, but she's doing just fine, I think.
First pitch to Riley is an attempted bunt that she fouls back towards the backstop.
I like it, trying to lay one down, trying to put something in the field, and wake those infielders up as they have obviously had a pretty easy start in these first 2 innings. Not much work to do, but
yeah, only fielder with any work thus far. The first baseman had a diving effort at a ball here, foul. Yeah. Other than that, we have the fly out by Aubrey Supak to left field. Other than that, as you said, kind of probably a best practice to try to wake this defense up a little bit. And they do. Pops one in the first base, and safe, no tag. It's an infield single for Riley Henry. Slaps it over to first base. First baseman couldn't grab it. Caitlin Schreiler couldn't get it and get over and make a tag or flip it to Kenzie Kalinsky in time for an out. So that is an infield single for Riley Henry.
Hey, it's something. It's something to get on the board, and it's a good effort by Schreiler, but even better by Henry there of Chesterton.
Absolutely. Lexi Smith, the second baseman, coming up here for the Trojans. Calderaro checks the wristband, delivers. Ball high for ball 1. That is her first pitch ball of the game, Mike.
Wow. The sky has fallen. She's done a great job. Unfamiliar territory, but 2-0 count.
2-0 count now.
Very unfamiliar.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
far.
Probably thought she was going to get her on that second one. That looked like it was a little closer on that rise. It just didn't stay down enough for the hitter to like it.
And that's patient by Lexi Smith. Again, you may be expecting a pitch to hit here, so.
Oh,
close.
Safe on the back pick attempt. Really great throw by Izzy Kalinsky. On time, good throw. Just wasn't in a good spot to make the tag in time. 3-0 count to Lexi Smith, though. As you said, unfamiliar territory for Sofia Calderaro. Checks the wristband and then misses down low for ball 4. Her first walk of the game. She surrendered. Chesterton threatening as Izzy Kalinsky calls a timeout to go talk with the infield and get things squared away.
Smart. Yeah, 4-pitch walk. Don't see that often. Again, just patient. I think that's what you have to do. It's definitely a rarity for Calderaro to miss her spot 4 consecutive times, but Chesterton threatening. Again, this is kind of when you have these opportunities against a team as talented as Lake Central, you have to capitalize in some way, shape, or form. Whether that's, again, we have no outs. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to move over the runners here. Again, just play a little bit of small ball, get them over, and make things easier.
I wouldn't have been surprised to see that either, Mike, as Lexia Franco takes strike 1. The 9-hitter here and left fielder for the Trojans. Wouldn't have been surprised to see a bunt lay down here with Aubrey Supak on deck and one of their better hitters in the lineup. As Alexia swings and misses at strike 2, Sophia back locked in after the quick visit from her catcher.
And just like that, no 2 count. I bet that fires her up a little bit. She doesn't want to allow any runs, I bet, with that pretty solid ERA. She wants to lock back in for sure.
Really good pitch. Based on where that missed, I would assume, again, that was her rise ball trying to come up there. 1-2 count on Alexia. Sophia, again, looks to be locked back in. Checks the wristband, delivers. Fouled off behind the plate for, again, strike 2 and just fighting and staying alive, Alexia Franco.
That's all you could do. That's it. Prolong at bats, keep working, wear her out if you can, and just keep working and see if you can connect on something.
Sophia delivers the 1-2, fouled back again. Really good at bat here by Alexia Franco, making Sophia work in the circle.
You said you would have liked the bunt there, start of the at bat, yeah?
Yeah, I would have, but I mean, if you're going to let her keep hacking, she's having a good at bat, right? True. It doesn't. We'll see how the at bat finishes on whether I made the right decision or not. She takes down low for ball 2. Looked like a really tough take there. Can't tell how down that was from where we're standing, but really good take there by Alexia Franco to work a 2-2 count.
Good eye.
Fouls off another one. She's having herself a really good at bat.
It's impressive. I mean, this kind of bottom half of the Chesterton lineup has really tried to work at bats and make her earn any out from this point on.
Yeah, Alexia Franco, one of the more experienced players on the team, a junior. Fouls off another pitch here, back right behind us. But again, one of those few upperclassmen that they have of the 7 juniors/seniors, with them only having 1 senior and the other 6 being juniors. So she got a little experience to her and really fighting here to get on base. And then take strike 3. That's not a pitch she probably would have liked to. She'd like to have that one back, I'm sure, Mike.
Yeah, I mean that's a great at bat, and you got to give yourself a pat on the back for that. But you want to win the at bat, the competitive fire, and you want to win that battle, as prolonged as that was. But got a good pitch there by Calderaro to finally get her first out of the inning and get back on that strikeout streak.
Yep, and then Aubrey Supak coming up to bat here for the Trojans. She flew out to left her last time up, and she takes ball 1 on the outside. Sophia checking the wristband. Runners on first and second, 1 out here.
Ooh.
Aubrey pops it up to the left side and out of play.
Heads up.
4, strike 1.
She's had a couple. She had some pretty well hit foul balls too in her first at bat. She's kind of reading her pretty well.
Yeah,
just got to put one in play.
Aubrey's got some nice pop in her bat. She's even the fly out earlier was hit really hard and well. She fouls off another one here to the right side. She's definitely going to make Sophia earn getting her out here today.
I have not seen this many foul balls, I think, in any. Maybe I'm not counting like I kind of am this game, but it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Chesterton's really battling to try to make Sophia work in the circle. Swing and a miss on strike 3. Izzy throws behind it to Stryler at first base, but not in time.
That's pretty.
Swing and a miss, strike 3 by Aubrey Supak to bring up Olivia Milton, that freshman catcher you were mentioning earlier.
That's a pretty pitch. Get her out in front, slow her down, and again, just like that, 2 outs, 2 on. Chesterton, again, he's maybe one of the few times Lake Central could put you in this position with how talented they are, and you have to capitalize. You still have one more chance.
Absolutely. As Olivia takes a pitch for strike 1, looked like that one was right down Broadway. Sophia checking the wristband here, 0-1 count. 2 on, 2 outs here at Lake Central High School. Delivers another pitch for strike 2. Stay tuned with us later. We'll have the Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game to name at the end of conclusion of our game here today. The Crowell Company has offices open from 9 to 7 Monday through Friday and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. Olivia has worked a 1-2 count here. 2 outs, 2 on. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Sophia works herself out of it. At the end of 2.5, there were no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd with Lake Central leading 3-0 against the Chesterton Trojans. You're watching softball on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
The Athletic Performance Factory is Northwest Indiana's premier athletic training center. The 40,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility features batting cages, a sand training room, a new outdoor turf infield, and so much more. Check out the facility for one of their daily classes at 3150 45th Street in Highland. Interested in signing up for team workouts or individual lessons? Check out their website at trainapf.com or contact them at 219-750-1087. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
2 left. Welcome back to Lake Central High School here on the Region Sports Network. You're listening or watching Jimmy McCormick on the play-by-play, Mike Dywin here at Lake Central High School for Indians and Trojans lady softball here on the Region Sports Network. You can see us on the internet at facebook.com/Region Sports, on youtube.com/Region Sports, and on regionsports.com. Chesterton finishing up warm-ups there with a throwdown, and we're getting underway here with Jesse Del Toro leading off the Indians here in the bottom of the third inning.
Number 27, Jesse Del Toro.
Jesse, the designated player today for the Indians, hitting for the pitcher, Sofia Calderaro. Florian looks in. Pitch outside for ball 1. Both pitchers, again, been doing a really good job of working ahead in the counts, throwing strikes to start off at-bats. They've done a really nice job. Hannah looks in, delivers. Jesse drives it to the gap, and 1 hops the wall in right center. She's hustling around, looking to get 2, and will stay there for a stand-up double. Chesterton does a nice job getting that in. Aubrey Supak tossing that into Lexi Smith, who gets it over to third base to hold Jesse at second for a leadoff Indian double. And now coming up for the Indians, Izzy Kolinsky, the catcher. Again,
Rope that one. Sorry, rope that one, though. That was one of the furthest hit balls we've seen today for sure.
Yeah, that ball was smoked. This is a very deep softball field compared to some of the other ones around the area as well. 216 down the lines, and I would assume it's probably about 220 in dead center there. Yep. It's a nice shot compared to some of the other fields we've been to. Izzy ropes one down the left field line. Foul. Just missed herself trading places with Jesse Del Toro there on second base.
One count, looks like. Again, Florian hanging in there. Again, this isn't an easy lineup, but it's impressive for what we're seeing so far.
No, Florian's done a great job throwing strikes. I was mentioning that at the beginning of the inning as well, how she's done a good job of throwing strikes and starting hitters off early in counts with strikes. It's something that's given her a chance to really attack this heavy LC lineup. As Izzy drives one to center, looks like she got all of that one. That's out of here. Izzy Kolinsky with a nice 2-run shot to center field. Just talking about the field dimensions and how big it is, and Izzy drives a 2-run shot over the center field wall, Mike. What a shot.
That cleared it a little bit. You're talking about how deep this field is, but that's wow. She got all of that one and some.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely crushed. She got absolutely every stitch of that softball, and it was out of here in a hurry, and just a really great shot. Coach Dan Lynch coming out to talk with his pitcher. I don't know if he's making a switch or just having a chat. He is going to go ahead and make the switch. Hannah did a really good job of throwing strikes, attacking these LC hitters, but Coach Dan Lynch wants to give it a little change up and try to stop the bleeding here now.
It never hurts. Again, it's a tough way to go out for any pitcher. But this is a talented lineup, and again, the experience goes a long way for players as young as Florian. But again, maybe this can offer a little change of tempo here, change a different look for the Indian lineup. That's obviously has had a fantastic start to the inning. We'll see how they react to this pitching change here.
Yeah, number 13, Ava Wagner coming in to do the pitching for the Trojans, getting loose in the circle now. We'll go ahead and take a short break. Again, you're watching softball on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
All right, welcome back to Lake Central High School here on the Region Sports Network. This is Jimmy McCormick doing the play-by-play alongside Mike Dywin, our color commentator here for the game. Pitching change here as Ava Wagner comes in for Hannah Florian for the Chesterton Trojans. It looks like it's a straight-up switch because I don't see anything unless we're going to find out that Hannah's going to bat later. We'll figure that out when they come up to bat. But for now, we got Ava Wagner coming in, number 13, switching in for number 20, Hannah Florian in the circle.
One of those 10 freshmen you mentioned. This is, again, another young piece of the Chesterton Trojans that, again, I always tend to repeat myself when I'm on a call, but this is experience that you're not going to – you need is definitely, again, a lineup that is – as next level as it kind of gets around these parts. There's so much D1 talent and just college talent that, you know, it's going to set you up for the next 4 years here at Chesterton.
Absolutely. Ava delivers her first pitch for a ball to Izzy Portenga, the 6-hitter and left fielder for the LC Indians here today. Ava fires. Izzy takes on the outside corner for a strike. It was probably a little bit off the outside corner, but the ump's been around there so far today, so we can't get too mad at him yet. No matter what side of the stand you're sitting on.
Always.
Izzy with the 1-1 count. That one misses a little bit too far outside for a ball. 2-1 to Portenga.
Yeah, trying to get things started. Looks like with a slap hit there. You know, held off on that one. We'll see where she goes from here.
Yeah, not a bad recipe to try to start off with a single or a double and then hit again. Fly ball to center field by Izzy Portenga, caught by Aubrey Supak for the first out of the inning.
Up to bat, number 32.
Really like that if you're Coach Dan Lynch. You get your reliever to come in and get a quick out right away. It's got to build some confidence for the young freshman right away.
Young freshman, yeah. It's that first out is the biggest when you come into a game. Obviously, the score is not in your favor. The bats are hot, and you get the first out against, again, one of the many talented hitters this lineup has to offer. Hopefully that's a sign for more things to come.
Yep. Caitlin Stryler coming up to bat for the Indians, takes low, ball 1 from Ava Wagner. Bottom of the third, it is 5-0 here at Lake Central High School. Chesterton's done a really good job trying to battle and stay in this one. Pitching change trying to stop the bleeding. Caitlin Stryler pops it up to right behind the circle, caught by the third baseman, Riley Henry, for the second out of the inning. Ava Wagner coming in and doing a really good job trying to shut the door and stop the bleeding here with only 2 runs here in the third inning.
I must say, defensively, Chesterton's done a pretty solid job. No, not too many I would call errors or mental lapses we were talking about in the pregame. Lake Central, they're just hitting the ball hard. Some of them are just tough plays, and obviously, you know, it's tough to make a play on a ball when it goes over the fence, but Chesterton's doing a good job in the field. As you see,
that first pitch ball smoked by Bree Bracken into the hole for a single. Really good piece of hitting by Bree to jump on that inside pitch and drive it for a single. Her first hit of the game and extending the third inning.
That's putting it in a tough spot there, obviously making the backhand play, you know, in the shortstop hole. That's not easy, and again, you just put it in the right spot, and we'll see how LC capitalizes. Again, whether there's 0, 1, or 2 outs, they'll find a way to make you work.
Kenzie looking to add to Kenzie Kalinsky coming up to hit the second baseman for the Indians, trying to add on to the total for the inning, maybe drive in an RBI similar to her younger sister who drove in too with a home run over the center field wall here in the to start off the third. Kenzie takes a called strike off the outside corner.
Big start there to get things going there, get ahead of the count, and obviously 2 outs. Big at-bat here for both sides.
Yep, Ava delivers a second pitch. Ooh, nice breaking ball for strike 2. that was the first time we've seen that one, and you could tell by Kenzie Kalinsky's reaction it was her first time too. She was not ready to take a hack at that one.
Definitely worth a step out of the box and be like, well, what did I just see?
Yeah.
Get kind of focused back in and get ready to go.
Kenzie stays in this time, pops one on the left, and the left fielder gets under it and makes the last out of the inning. All right, at the end of 3 innings, we had 2 runs scored in the third. We had 3 hits, no errors, 1 left, and we now have a score of 5-0. LC leads Chesterton here at Lake Central High School. We head to the top of the 4th here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Back here at Lake Central High School, this is Jimmy McCormick with the play-by-play and Mike Dywin on the color as we're back for softball action. Lila Miller, the leadoff hitter of the inning for the Trojans, taking a called strike 1 from Sophia Calderaro and swinging and missing for strike 2 there.
Ever since that mound visit, Calderaro has snapped back after allowing those first 2 base runners. She's gotten 3 straight Ks, so she's locked in, is what we could say.
Right back to work.
Make that 4.
That was right on cue with you there, Mike. She couldn't have thrown a better pitch after literally you commenting that, hey, she snapped back into this thing, 3 straight Ks to end the inning, and then 3 straight great pitches to start this one. And it looks like that was a full switch. That does look like Ava Wagner's in hitting for Hannah Florian in the 4-hole now. And Ava takes a pitch for ball 1.
Let's see, it's number 13.
Fouled off there for a strike, 1-1 count. Good delivery from Calderaro. We have a ball there. Ball 1. 2-1 count to Ava Wagner. Sophia checks the armband. Delivers. Called strike on the inside corner. 2-2 count. Sophia doing a good job now of trying to work both corners. She spent a lot of time away early, now trying to work these hitters in a little bit.
Just challenge pitches. Just try and hit it. That's it. Try and hit it.
Sophia delivers, just missed the outside corner for ball 3.
Good eye there by the freshie. Working an at-bat against one of the area's best pitchers.
Yeah, Ava doing a really nice job seeing pitches, extending this at-bat, and giving herself a chance to get on base. Pitch missed low for a ball. Sophia's second walk she surrendered today. Very uncharacteristic of her.
Yeah, it's impressive by the freshman. Again, found herself down on the count a little bit early, battled back, and again, another walk for Calderaro, something that's pretty unfamiliar up to this point, especially given up by, caused by a freshman.
Absolutely. Jillian comes up and takes a pitch for ball 1. Jillian Pittman, that is the first baseman for the Trojans. Sophia got her down 1-0. Pitch driven to left, right to the left fielder for an out. That is a really good play out there by the left fielder, Izzy Portanga. Ball smoked right at her. Really good piece of hitting by Jillian as well.
Yeah, I mean, for Chesterton, I mean, that's kind of you're kind of content with that. Of course, you want that to drop, but that's a hard hit ball, and it's just someone just happened to be there. You know, it is what it is, but you got some good contact on it.
Absolutely. Claire Demeter, the hitter now for LC, the right fielder, takes ball one on the inside part of the plate. Runner at first for Chesterton after the one-out walk. Pitch fouled off to the right side here by Claire Demeter. One-on-one count on the hitter. Sophia checking the wristband to see what she likes. The delivery. Called strike on the inside corner. Throw behind, not in time.
Another close play over there.
Yeah, another really good throw by the catcher Kalinsky.
Izzy Kalinsky, yeah, she's. I was gonna ask. There's not many stolen base attempts on Lake Sandra from what I've seen, but obviously, Izzy Kalinsky has a cannon back there.
Yeah, it would definitely make sense after taking a look at that. Called strike three on the outside corner is going to end our top half of the fourth inning. On the inning, we had no runs, no hits, no errors, one left. We head to the bottom half of the fourth with Lake Central leading Chesterton 5-0. You're watching softball on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
First home, dream home, forever home. Tech Credit Union has the right home loan for you. Their loan officers can help you purchase a home, refinance your current mortgage, or unlock your home's equity to get a cash out for any purpose. Let Tech Credit Union show you why they are the better option for a home loan. Learn more at www.techcu.org or call 800-276-8324. Tech Credit Union is an equal housing lender and federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome back to Lake Central High School, where Lake Central and Chesterton are doing softball battle here on the beautiful complex of Lake Central High School. Kate Renshin, the leadoff hitter for Lake Central, takes a first pitch swinging strike. Ball one there on the inside part of the plate brings us to 1-1 here in the bottom half of the fourth. NIPSCO is proud to be powering the youth of Northern Indiana. NIPSCO is wishing its Northern Indiana high schools to have safe competition while displaying sportsmanship on and off the field. Kate Renshin fouls off the second strike over the backstop here to our left-hand side.
This would be a huge out here for Wagner. This top two of the order, Renshin and Adams, 4 for 4, 2 RBIs, 2 runs.
Yeah, they're doing a great job at the top of the lineup getting on base and scoring here today. And the young freshman does a great job. Ava Wagner gets her out in front for a swinging strike 3. That's a really good job by her, and she should be pretty proud of herself taking down one Division I commit, and here comes another.
Impressive stuff so far. She's came in relief and did a pretty solid job, I must say. It's I wasn't too familiar with another bright piece of this Chesterton, this program that obviously is going to be around for a couple years. I got her then again there.
And as Jolie Adams, the Auburn commit, comes up and takes a first pitch strike on the outside edge. Again, Ava not afraid to come at these hitters and just put the ball in the zone and make them hit it. Misses just off the outside edge for a ball, 1-1. Jolie, as you mentioned, done a great job today. She's got a double, a single, and 2 RBIs on the day.
And just a great career here. Obviously, she was celebrated earlier with the senior night festivities.
Drives one to shortstop, gets a glove on it, not going to be in time. I don't think she gets her, even if she fields it cleanly with the way Jolie Adams moves down the bases. That is another single for Jolie Adams on the day.
Yeah, she's quick. I mean, she does it all, too. I mean, the top 2 of that order, again, and I got Taylor Schaefer as well batting in the 3 spot. it is, it is fantastic. They can move down the baseline like no problem. Blink and you'll miss them. And again, I wouldn't be surprised. Julie Adams, she has 31 stolen bases in her career. She could make that 32 here soon.
I wouldn't be surprised to see her moving as Taylor Schaefer takes ball one off the outside edge of the plate. Really good job by the catcher Milton to block that one and keep Jolie Adams at first base. Milton gave it her best shot. Jolie Adams stands up, stealing second base. Tough to get an athlete like that who gets a really good jump. We got a 2-0 count on Taylor Schaefer. Ava's going to have to come after her, or she's going to have to come after the next hitter. Either way, it's going to be a tough battle, so might as well just get to it.
That's right. Couldn't agree more.
She hasn't had any problem doing that thus far. I imagine she'll come right at these hitters here still. Ooh, gets a call that was definitely a little gracious there off the outside edge by our home plate umpire. Just a little bit outside of his zone, I think, from where he's been so far today. But
just a bit outside.
I
don't know.
The Chesterton faithful like that one. The LC, not so much. And now they're working her over there a little bit more, trying to nibble at that corner, see what they can get. Taylor Schaefer going to probably have to stick in there and try to drive one down the left field line here.
Something. They're trying to put something in play. Play another runner. We'll see what she can do here.
You're going to have to be patient. Ava's done a really good job mixing up her pitches. Taylor trying to play a little bit of mind game here, get the freshman off her game a little bit.
Schaefer, I have 104 RBIs in her career. Trying to make that again, possibly 105 or even 106. She's one of the bats you definitely want in this situation. Obviously, being in that 3-hole. She thrives in these moments, as we could see.
You could see the way Taylor turned on that pitch. You do not want to miss middle in with her because it looks like she's ready to drive it over that right field wall if you do miss there. Keeps it on the outside, just misses for ball 3. Really surprised that wasn't strike 3 with the way the second strike was called on her.
I guess that's a ball don't lie moment, they say. Again, that strike 2 call, or strike 1 call, I should say, was a little bit outside from our vantage point, but there I guess it wasn't. So
Taylor battling the full count pitch. Grounded to second base. Play made by Lexi Smith over to Jillian Pittman for the second out of the inning. Another big out there by Ava Wagner to keep the Trojans in this one. Looks like we got a pinch hitter for our designated player, number 16, Lexi Iwema. Coming to bat. She leads the Indians with 7 home runs and about half the plate appearances of some of the starters.
Talk about having that coming off your bench a little bit, having that as a pinch hitter, someone who is arguably the biggest power bat on this roster, as we see it with the home run numbers, and she's only a sophomore, so that's cool to see for the future of this program, as well as the present. She's
done a great job this year, batting .500, 7 homers, driven in 15 herself. Spends a lot of time playing as well, sparingly. I know kind of towards the bottom of this LC lineup, they like to move things around a little bit, and a lot of people have played and got quality at-bats. Lexi's one of those, and she's made the most of her opportunities thus far. Mm-hmm. Let's see what she can do with the freshman, Ava Wagner. She flies out to center. I'm getting word in my ear she hit 2 homers in the same inning yesterday. That's kind of wild. She sees the first pitch she likes and flies out to center to end the inning. The Indians head to the we all head to the 5th with the Indians getting nothing in that inning. They had no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We'll, again, head to the 5th inning here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Welcome back to Lake Central High School. This is Jimmy McCormack here with Mike Dywin on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. broadcasting region softball between the Chesterton Trojans and the Lake Central Indians. It is a 5-0 ball game heading to the top of the 5th. And coming to lead off the inning for the Trojans is number 6, Riley Henry.
Riley Henry.
She's also the third baseman for the Trojans today. And has she has the Trojans' lone hit of the day as well.
I might expect her to follow suit again, try and slap one down, make the defense make a tough play, and as we see from the infield, already creeping up, they're possibly expecting that little slap hit and her to try and scoot down that first baseline.
Yeah, and if you remember early in her at bat last time, Mike, she tried to lay down a bunt, which could kind of trigger these ladies to come in and worry about not only the slap but also her laying down a bunt as well and using her speed to get on base as she takes a pitch on the outside for strike one. Sophia checks the armband in the circle, looks ready, fires. Fouled off by Riley Henry for strike number 2. We got a 1-2 count here. Really good ball game here so far today. Chesterton really scrapping to stay in it. Just got to find a way to get some base runners and put them across the board and really threaten this Lake Central team.
Got to get something going. And why not start now?
Swing and a miss by Riley Henry. Really good effort, really good at bat, but Sophia gets the best of her for a strikeout.
Let's see. Let me do some counting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She's at 11 strikeouts on the day. Not bad. Not bad.
11 Ks. She's doing a really good job working through this Chesterton lineup. Lexi Smith check swings out to Sophia. Sophia right over to Caitlin Streiler for the second out of the inning, making quick work of the bottom half of this Chesterton lineup. Much different than the third inning, Mike.
Yeah, Calderaro potentially could be our crowd company superhero of the game. She's really putting up an opportunity to kind of hear her name called at the end of this broadcast, but she's making quick work of these Trojans, especially in an inning where, again, they're desperate for some runs.
Yeah, she's doing a good job giving herself a chance to earn that. Ball's lined hard there by Alexia Franco to third base, and it was scooped up and caught by Kate Renshin to end the top half of the 5th. Heading into the bottom half of the 5th, after 4.5 innings of play here on the Region Sports Network, it is Lake Central 5, Chesterton 0. Again, on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
The Athletic Performance Factory is Northwest Indiana's premier athletic training center. The 40,000-square-foot state-of-the-art facility features batting cages, a sand training room, a new outdoor turf infield, and so much more. Check out the facility for one of their daily classes at 3150 45th Street in Highland. Interested in signing up for team workouts or individual lessons? Check out their website at trainapf.com or contact them at 219-750-1087. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Welcome back to Lake Central High School here at the beautiful softball complex of Lake Central. This is Jimmy McCormick with the Region Sports Network and Mike Dywin here on the color with me as well. Izzy Kalinsky going to lead us off for Lake Central here in the bottom half of the 5th. She homered her last time up.
Yeah, I mean, that was almost a no-doubter to center field. As we were talking about the dimensions of this field and how it's potentially deeper than other softball fields around the area, but she debunked that pretty quickly. And another hard hit ball down the third base line.
Looks like she was thinking too, but a great play by the left fielder, Alexia Franco, to get it in quick. Holds Izzy at first base for a leadoff single. She has aspirations to add to the LC lead this inning.
Look at that. Number 18, Izzy Ortega.
They're going to get a runner here.
Yep.
Looks number 10.
Yep, running for the catcher.
Mora Foley.
Number 10, is it Myra or Moira? Mora? Okay, I'm sorry, Mora Foley. Mora Foley is running for our catcher, Izzy Kalinsky, on first base.
A junior outfielder. Again, let's see if LC wants to add to this total, if they want to get aggressive on the base paths, add to to that astounding season total they have so far with swiped bags.
Izzy Portenga. Oh, then they try it, and she's going to get there. That would have been a pretty close play if the throw would have been down by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's not easy, again, back there. I bet it gets a little bit stressful, too, again, when you have a lot of runners that you know they're aggressive and they want to challenge you. But, again, Milton behind the plate, she's a freshman. She's shown plenty of promise so far this season, and she'll be all right. I can promise you that.
Absolutely. Izzy Portenga attempts a bunt down the third baseline, foul. We got a 1-1 count. We have Maura Folly at second base, and we have Izzy Portenga at the plate here for LC. Ava Wagner in the circle doing a really nice job for the Trojans. Pitch slapped out towards the short left. It's going to drop in for a hit. It's going to be a double by the looks of it, and the runner's going to hold at third. She was unsure and ran back to second base immediately instead of kind of keeping an eye on that. I'm sure third base coach isn't very happy about that. But it is a double for Izzy Portenga down the left field line and bringing up Caitlin Streiler, the first baseman here. Oh, apologies, jumped the gun. We got a pinch hitter again here. It is number 35, Maddie Bickle, coming to hit for the Indians.
Junior infielder here looking to plate a few more runs for the Indians. Again, no outs, so they're threatening, and they're looking to add to that 5-run total.
Absolutely, Mike. They can kind of feel it at this point. If you can do damage and put one in the gap, and all of a sudden you're in a spot to where you can add a couple runs and win the ball game in the fifth inning. It's that, and then Chesterton on the other end is going to try to do their best to keep it right here and do exactly what Ava's been doing and hold the Indian lineup to no runs since she's come in. She's done a really nice job shutting that door.
She had a great start to both of her innings in relief, and this inning obviously states differently, but nonetheless she's shown plenty of promise. And again, she's the freshman. She's got 3 more years after this season. She's going to be a stud for this Trojan program as well as many other of these athletes out here.
Ava delivers, and Maddie drives one up towards second base. Sliding stop by Lexi Smith, grabbed and thrown at Jillian Pittman for the out. That is an RBI ground out for Maddie Bickle. It is a 4-3 in the book, and we're bringing up Bree Bracken, one of our seniors being celebrated today, the right fielder for the Indians this afternoon.
That's doing your job by Bickle. Nice by Lexi Smith there at second base to keep it in the infield and not allow for another run to plate. But that's doing your job right there, putting it on the ground, plating a run for the Indians.
Absolutely. And Bree Bracken takes ball 1 up and in. Ava again delivers. Ball just missed off the outside edge for ball 2. Bree with a single and a pop-out so far today. She's done a nice job in the batter's box, battling through at-bats, getting on base the one time, and trying to keep innings alive for the Indians. She takes inside for ball 3. Very close pitch and a tough call. Tough call there if you're a Trojans fan. Just right there on the inside corner. Didn't like it. Three-0 count to Bracken. Takes inside for ball 4. Very similar to the pitch before, but it ends up working out for her.
14, Kenzie Kalinsky.
Patient at bat there.
Oh man, she just walked.
She just takes
walks.
second?
Yeah, she walks out to second base. The pitcher just kind of watched it happen, let it happen.
Interesting.
Yeah, very, very strange. Even if you don't want them to necessarily throw and get the run and all that, that's kind of if they're walking and doing it that way, that's an easy out to take.
I mean, at least attempt.
Second and third, Kenzie rips it foul down the right field line for strike 1. We now have runners on second and third, Bree Bracken on second base, Izzy Portenga on third, Kenzie Kalinsky at the dish. 6-0 ball game here at Lake Central. Indians threatening, looking to add on to their total here in the bottom half of the 5th.
Kenzie looking to get on the board with a hit. She's 0 for 2 on the day, has a K and a fly out to left field earlier.
There's a well-hit ball there.
Puts one in the air towards right center. It's going to get down. Looks like for a double. One run will score for sure, and that's one for sure, and that's going to be it. They're going to hold Bree Bracken at third. Kenzie Kolinsky with an RBI double to the right center field gap, and the Indians again still threatening. 7-0 Indians, 2 on for Kate Wrenchen. At this point for the Indians, one swing could end it, and they're at the part of the order that could do just that, Mike. Kate takes on the outside for ball 1. Runners on second and third for the Indians. Ava Reddy's in the circle to pitch. Ooh. Kate Wrenchen swings and misses for strike 1. Really good pitch by Ava, had Kate out in front.
Kate's still looking to figure her out a little bit. She struck out last inning to Ava, and again got her there on kind of got her head on a pitch. So she's still trying to figure out the freshman, but again, 2 pretty talented athletes going at it right now.
Kate drives it up the middle for a base hit. That looks like that's going to bring in 2. Kate gets 2 RBIs and is heading for third on a triple. 2 RBI triple for Kate Wrenchen. That makes it 9-0 LC, and they are 1 run away from ending this thing and securing another Duneland victory. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the game. Crowell Companies are the insurance superheroes.
I mean, that's an she moves, man. It's
Jolie pops it up, wrist behind second base. That drops in for a hit, and will do it here for the ball game. That makes it 10-0, and LC is going to win this one here on senior night. In addition to the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game, we'll also be naming shortly here, because this happened very quickly, so we'll need a second. The Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Learn about apprenticeship programs and more at local374.org. And lastly, the Proud Union Home Play of the Game will also be presented by us here at the Region Sports Network, here very shortly by myself and Mike Dywin. Mike, really good game here between LC and Chesterton. Chesterton did their best to battle and stick around, but LC proved to be too much in the end.
Yeah, I mean, they do not take their foot off the gas. Again, they are relentless 1 through 9, of course, and you gotta credit the play of Colorado, and they will probably bring up later. But they're a real threat. It's a reason why they're ranked number 1 in Class 4A. I mean, again, it was a game where Chesterton, again, it was 5-0 going into the 5th inning. It was pretty impressive, but LC could flip the switch like that, and they could hang 5 on you like no other. Again, I'm really impressed with what I see from Chesterton. Again, I keep saying it, but they're gonna be better. They got some pieces, sticking around. They're gonna be here to play in years to come. But right now, LC is truly threatening, and they're gonna be a team not only look out for the remainder of the regular season, but once that Sectional 1 starts right here at LC, they're going to be threatening, and it's going to be interesting to watch. And they're really on a collision course for potentially getting some more hardware in their trophy case.
Absolutely, they're looking to make a run. They're looking to. They've played some of the stiffest competition in the state that you can play thus far. They've really challenged themselves. They've beaten 6 state-ranked opponents to this point, from classes 1 through 4A. Most of them being in the 4A ranks. They've done again a really good job of loading themselves up and getting ready for the sectionals.
Yeah, it's. There's not much more you could say. I mean, they're a well-rounded group. Are coached well. They're tough. They're tough is a way to put it. You ready for the awards?
Yeah, I'm ready. What do you think?
I think superhero. There's a couple on that Indians roster that could very well take the superhero crown, but I think we just have to go with Sophia Calderaro, a junior pitcher, now 12-0 on the year. Her ERA went down from 1.43 going into this game, and she now makes it 8 complete games on the season, I believe. How many Ks has she had? She had 11 last time I counted. I believe she is...
Yep, 11 was the right total. 11 with 2 walks.
No, I mean, she just, again, one hit, and that one hit was, again, the slow dribbler to first base that the first baseman just missed the tag. So she was on a mission today. She must have homework or something she's got to get home to because she was working quick. She was challenging hitters, and she made quick work of the Chesterton Trojans, to say the least.
Again, Crowell Company's proud to recognize the superheroes on the softball and baseball diamonds of Northwest Indiana. Today's superhero, or Lantern Man superhero of the game, was Sophia Calderaro from Lake Central. It's now time to name the blue-collar player of the game, brought to you by Boilermakers 374. Boilermakers 374, again, earn while you learn with Boilermakers 374. Mike, who do you like for the blue-collar player of the game?
Yeah, I was impressed with. I'm gonna go with Ava Wagner of Chesterton.
Yeah.
I think to be in a spot again where the bats are hot and you're against a threatening Lake Central lineup, I think you have to give kudos to stepping in and getting out of that inning. Again, obviously, it was a rough bottom five, but to be that youthful, to gain that experience, and to perform at a pretty solid level at a time when it's not your prototypical, I want to pitch now moment. It's you got to give kudos to that, and that's doing some of the blue-collar work, again, that is so respectful, and that'll gain some respect from her coaches and her teammates, too, to step in at a moment like that and perform well.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. She battled really hard in a tough situation, tough spot for her team. Kept the team in the game, kept them in it for longer than probably a lot of people may have thought they'd stay in the game. But she was able to give Chesterton a chance. So our blue-collar player of the game for today is Ava Wagner from Chesterton. And, Mike, last one we're going to give away today is the Proud Union Home Play of the Game presented by our Region Sports Network. It is, again, time to name that player. And who do you think that was for today?
I mean, the play of the game itself, I mean, everybody likes home runs.
I would say so, right?
You can't go wrong with that. Everybody chicks dig the long ball is what they say. I got to go with Izzy Kalinsky. Again, third run shot, kind of get things going, 2-run homer. That really kind of opened the floodgates. That made that 5-0 Indians. And, that was beyond a no-doubter. She connected with that one, well beyond the fence. And, again, it was a fantastic game for her and, again, this whole Indians team. But I got to go with the lone home run of this game.
I would agree with you, Mike. I think the home run by Izzy Kalinsky is hands down our play of the game for today. Well, you were watching the Region Sports Network coverage of Region Softball on the internet and Facebook.com on Region Sports, YouTube.com/Region Sports, and RegionSports.com. Mike, it's been a pleasure here today to go through it with you. Like to thank our management team, executive producer Chris Ramirez, operations manager Rich Castillo, coordinating producer Zach Miller, and sports director Mike Dywin. Our broadcast crew for today, myself, Jimmy McCormick on play-by-play, Mike Dywin on the color, Joey Heinrich as our producer, and our cameraman for today was Justin Cole. Appreciate you guys on Facebook, YouTube, and IHSA TV. Athletic directors Jeff Hamstra from Chesterton and Chris Enyart from LC, as well as coaches Dan Lynch and Yvette Tovar for allowing us to come out and cover their teams today. It was a great time, Mike, and look forward to doing it again.
Always a pleasure. Catch us at Crown Point tomorrow. We'll be covering some baseball. I believe myself and the great Michael Bradner will be on the call. It'll be Crown Point Portage, a big dueling matchup in the baseball world. And again, this is not the last time we're going to be here at Lake Central covering this fantastic softball team. But that's all for us from here. Good night from me and good night from Jimmy. But you're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.